I am concerned that you will only see the form of these images and not the mold that created them, that you'll misinterpret them for something more than what they are or for what they could be. You see, what you have in front of you is just a different version of what you already own, nothing more. They are the inheritance of certain lessons learned over time, of thoughts waiting their turn for clarity, moments in need of names, and a place to rest. Photography allowed me this. It allowed a home for all those things left homeless, a place to heal old wounds, and a light to define their meaning. It allowed for a voice to emerge that sounded true to my own, and the chance to see a soul in need of refining its own shape and size. From this, I would never be the same, nor would those emotions that traveled such great distances to meet me. Every image is made of this, every one flowing from the other. Each are necessary for the next one to exist. These are figures formed from the experiences that surround us. They create the necessary changes for others to begin. They are movements that have called me by name, that have drawn me towards those shapes still left unformed. You see, what is important right now are not these images, or the one who has made them. No, what is important is you, and how you see what they are made of, like the intimate questions of purpose, and the meanings that surround the inevitability of change. These are the molds that have created these images, those that have constructed more questions than answers, questions that have become my tools, forged to fit my grip, created in direct proportion to those emotions that still wander deep inside of me. Too often we are taught to be suspicious of these feelings, to only express them under certain conditions, and to be apprehensive of those who share them openly. Do you know why? Because our emotions make us vulnerable to each other, to those around us who take much more time and energy to understand. And in a world full of fearful learners, in a society that often medicates or incarcerates those it cannot control, it separates us by vast distances of mistrust. Because of this, we become strangers to each other, unable to learn from those who have the most to teach us. Here lacks our sensitivity to patiently learn from each other's own unique knowledge. We doubt our actions, edit our beliefs, and become unsure of what we own. Here emotions become misplaced, mistrusted as inferior, or compared to those that others can agree are safer to convey. From this, it is easy to see why so many feelings are misjudged before they ever leave the body. You may have assumed that you have lost these things yourself, but let me assure you, nothing is lost. Things only become misplaced and simply wait for your concern. To find them will confirm your world, allow you ownership of its knowledge, and help you to identify what matters most for its survival. I believe this. I believe that the emotional content of anything depends on the content of emotions that each of us possess. I believe that this is what refines our intuition, creates compassion, and develops our patience in how one feels before thinking and in how one is touched before touching anything. But you should know this. To believe in anything is to risk being misunderstood, something a fearful person fears most. Yet who else will live your life? Who will speak upon your behalf of the darkness you have seen, or the brilliance of your inspiration? No one else can do this. If you are willing to give up the weight of your failures and the fear that creates them, you will allow yourself freedom to move at your own unique velocity in your own form of description. Do this, and you will have something that will be of use to you later. It is a simple gift one can only give themselves. Unfortunately, you may feel that it is too late for this, that your chance was over before it began. I am sorry. You are probably very tired. It is never easy to carry what we have alone. Too often these thoughts weigh us down, cause us to miss our step, and create a distinct and lasting impression in that rich soil that surrounds our thoughts, soil that is often abandoned and left to dust. In this ground, certain shapes were created, shapes that would affect how we'd feel about our world, how we would live in it, and how we would see others. Look carefully, and you will see the patterns that still exist. Not all of them were made by you, but they will have had some effect on the choices you've made, the life you've led, and the direction you are going. Everything rises from this, compassion as well as apathy, beliefs as true as denials. But here is where there's hope. Given anything, a creative mind will change it. A pliable mind will overcome the limitations it perceives, and a thinking mind will know the difference. None of us lack in depth or meaning. You may be tired of these words by now. You may think that this has nothing to do with photography, and that it all sounds too sentimental. You are probably right, and I apologize for taking your time. But there are some of you who hear something familiar, something that resonates in a part of you that knows differently. If this is true, then I hope you will not mistake my words for your own. You are far more capable of describing what I have attempted to say. These words were only meant to remind you of what you already own, to give you pause along your way, and to let you know without a doubt that you are not alone. So, use what you can of these words. Continue where I leave off. Add your thoughts to the sum of knowledge that surrounds us, and trust in your right to see. Maybe then, your thoughts will be your release, your knowledge, our permission in what we may learn from you. I wish this for you, and for what you love.